Good, y'all? I'm Jerry, about to check out 10 iconic wrestling spots recreated years later. This video is about a wrestling flashback. I know for a fact that at WrestleMania, well, not at WrestleMania, excuse me, at the Royal Rumble this year, Sami Zayn recreated the chair shot when he hit Roman Reigns, the chair shot that kind of broke up the Shield when Seth Rollins hit Roman and Dean Ambrose in the back with a chair to break up the Shield and when he joined the Authority. So there was a recreation of the spot, man, amongst other things that Wrestling Flashback has on this list. I can't really think of nothing at the top of my head right now, but about to hop into this video. Let's go.
Callbacks to the past are something wrestlers often utilize.
Kofi has his target!
2019, Kofi was just on another level.
See Darby digging his heels, nice arm drag.
Or by recreating moments from famous.
They always did the ring spot though, but it wasn't as good when it first happened.
Highlight examples of each today, as well as several other callbacks along the way, as we look at 10 iconic wrestling spots that were recreated. 1 year on from the Montreal Screwjob, the WWF had lost both men who were involved in the notorious Survivor Series 1997 main event. Bret Hart had gone to WCW while Shawn Michaels was forced to retire.
He got hurt. I forgot about that.
This left the WWF needing
I thought he got hurt in '99.
to join the already red hot Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Rock was set to be that guy, and his crowning moment was to come during the final of the Deadly Game tournament at the 1998 Survivor Series, where the vacant WWF title was on the line. On the night, The Rock was up against Mankind in the main event. During the match, the Great One applied a sharpshooter, and just like in Montreal 1 year prior, Vince McMahon ordered for the bell to ring despite the wrestler who was locked in the sharpshooter never having submitted.
There's a sharpshooter! Sharpshooter! They said ring the bell!
He didn't tap. They did that Montreal Screwjob for years.
As the Rock turned heel by
TNA even did it 1 year.
To form the corporation, becoming the new WWF champion in the process. The company has since tried to reenact the Screwjob numerous times.
Yep. Even TNA did it in 2011, I think.
But Survivor Series 98 was the only time it turned out well. This was due to how well the angle was executed, and since the Screwjob was still fresh in people's minds, especially given that the infamous Wrestling with Shadows documentary, highlighting Bret's tribulations in Montreal, was set to be released just 1 month later.
Damn.
Sticking with Bret Hart and the Survivor Series, as we go to the 1996 event where the Hitman battles Stone Cold Steve Austin in a classic encounter, which is remembered for its creative finish where Bret countered the $1 Million Dream by scaling the turnbuckle to force a pin and earn him the victory.
His shoulders was up.
This was
both his shoulders was up.
As the excellence of execution used this same strategy to evade Roddy Piper's sleeper hold and ultimately defeat Hot Rod for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania 8. It's since been a counter other wrestlers have implemented as a tribute to Bret's original spot.
Damn.
Also, the spot with the ring bell from Bret and Piper's match would later be recreated with a title belt during CM Punk's clash with Adam Page at AEW Double or Nothing 2022. One of the most memorable segments in Raw history is when Kurt Angle
milk truck
lines with milk back in
he just did that last year for a SmackDown anniversary show. He just did that.
It was a hilarious segment in which Angle parodied the time Stone Cold gave the corporation a beer bath. A spot that Austin also recreated years later.
Was that real? The folks in the crowd got wet like a motherfucker.
Legendary beer bashes, while Angle had his fair share of milk bashes.
It's damn true!
Including on the December 9th SmackDown in 2020,
last year,
where Kurt celebrated his birthday in his hometown of Pittsburgh. But when the Alpha Academy began eating Angle's birthday cake, Kurt brought in some dairy reinforcements with the return of the milk truck, driven by fellow Olympic gold medalist Gable Stevenson.
I wonder when he gonna debut.
That was the Alpha Academy in milk, making for an incredibly funny segment.
This is utterly hilarious!
Milk Up Mania. My suit coat.
Another of his classic segments earlier in the year. It was a wholesome callback.
They did that
at
the anniversary show of Raw
by showing him old
last year.
photos that had insults directed at Kurt on the back.
And yes, I do suck.
And this entry also involves Edge, as Rey Mysterio's decision to team with the Rated R Superstar at Clash of the Castle 2022 instead of his son Dominic proved costly, as this was the final straw for Dom turning on his father. Dominic would give Edge a low blow before nearly taking Rey's head off with a clothesline.
That clothesline was stiff as hell. No lie, that was a stiff ass clothesline.
This spot solidified Dominic's heel turn against Rey, just as it had done for Eddie Guerrero on SmackDown in May 2005.
So Eddie did it first. Too bad Rey couldn't bleed this second time.
Especially since Dom was already known for recreating some of Eddie's famous spots. Dominic began his heel run sporting a haircut similar to Guerrero's back when Eddie first turned heel in WCW during the late 90s. Being a heel allowed Eddie to find himself as a character, and the same can be said for Dominic, as his character worked.
He's one of the most hated heels in the company right now.
Beginning his feud with Rey.
Like one of the top heels.
You know who sucks? A father who lays his hands on his own son!
Mysterio and Guerrero are known for their iconic match at Halloween Havoc 1997. They also previously fought each other at WrestleMania 21 in Los Angeles, California, much like Rey and Dominic ended up doing in 2023. There we saw numerous references to Rey and Eddie's past, such as Dominic's Latino Heat and Halloween Havoc 97 inspired attire, while Rey entered via a lowrider with the famous Lie, Cheat and Steal theme playing in the background.
Yep. That was a beautiful moment right there, man. A good tribute to Eddie. Beautiful tribute.
Foley, his boyhood hero, was Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Foley was such a big Snuka fan, he hitchhiked 12 hours to see Superfly challenge Don Morocco in a cage match for the Intercontinental title at Madison Square Garden on October 13, 1983. Mick watched on in awe as Snuka, who despite losing the match, climbed to the top of the cage to hit the signature Superfly Smash.
It was a defining moment in my life. I wanted to be a wrestler, but even more, I wanted to make people feel the way I had just felt.
It's a moment Foley would never forget, and one he paid tribute to during his cage match against Hunter Hearst Helmsley at SummerSlam 1992,
tribute to Jimmy Snuka,
which emanated from East Rutherford, New Jersey, around 8 miles away from MSG, where Mick watched Snuka in '83. Foley wrestling as Mankind scaled the cage as the fans chanted Superfly.
The fans chanting, Superfly! Superfly! What you doing?
Ugh.
Foley called it the greatest moment of his career up until that point. So much so that he would actually do it again in a match against The Rock and Ken Shamrock.
Damn.
Jimmy Snuka! He goes
Oh,
3 years after Foley's tribute, Snuka
Rikishi did it.
Be honored again, this time by fellow Pacific Island wrestler Rikishi.
Ooh.
Rikishi's cousin The Rock made his
triumphant
return to the ring at WrestleMania 28 versus John Cena in a match dubbed Once in a Lifetime.
That match was good.
Game when Cena mocked The Rock by attempting the People's Elbow, only to be a rock bottom, allowing the Great One to get the win. 1 year later, Rock and Cena squared off again at WrestleMania 29. We saw a callback to Cena's failed People's Elbow when The Rock attempted John's move, the 5 Knuckles Shuffle. This backfired when Cena countered with the Attitude Adjustment, creating a brilliant false finish. Then, just like at WrestleMania 28, Cena once again tried his luck with the People's Elbow. However, he wasn't going to make the same mistake twice, but Rock still had Cena scouted, scoring a rock bottom that gave us another epic kneel.
That match had finish after finish after finisher, back and forth. It was a pretty good, exciting match.
WrestleMania opponent, however, was
Stone Cold.
Their legendary
WrestleMania
match
17.
WrestleMania 17 was a dramatic send-off to the Attitude Era. During the match, The Rock put Austin in the sharpshooter. A bloody rattlesnake battled and crawled to try and break the hold. It was a scene reminiscent of Austin's WrestleMania 13 match with Bret Hart 4 years earlier. On both occasions, Steve fought to survive, sporting a crimson mask with blood dripping down his face. Unlike in the match with Bret at Mania 17, Austin managed to escape the sharpshooter by forcing a rope break. Nevertheless, it was a fantastic callback to an iconic moment. The Rock would also apply the sharpshooter when he and Stone Cold went one more round at WrestleMania 19. Another of wrestling's most iconic moments occurred when Seth Rollins turned on the Shield on Raw in June 2014. He did this by first hitting Roman Reigns in the back with a steel chair, an act that shocked fans.
Oh my God!
Seth continued the assault, smacking
I remember that live
back with the chair multiple times. The two men paid homage to this moment in their match at the 2022 Royal Rumble, when Rollins dressed up in the Shield attire, entering through the crowd the same way the faction used to do, and with their old theme music playing into the ring. Then after the match, Reigns attacked Seth with a chair.
He felt exactly how Roman felt.
Chair shot Roman received at the hands of Seth, as well as the subsequent beating that saw the steel chair break in two. 1 year later at the 2023 Royal Rumble, Rollins' chair shot to turn on Reigns and the Shield was recreated again, with
That's
Roman
insane.
now back on the receiving end, this time at the hands of the honorary use, Sami Zayn. Zayn had spent months trying to be accepted by Reigns and the Bloodline faction, but Sami had no choice but to turn on the group after Roman tried to get Zayn to injure his former best friend, Kevin Owens. It was an all-time segment that was enhanced by the direct callback to Reigns being turned on by Seth Rollins. Next, we'll look at a spot that was also recreated at a Royal Rumble event taking place 19 years after the original moment. It happened when Hurricane was the 23rd entrant in the 2021 Royal Rumble match.
2 years ago.
Hurricane looked to perform a double choke slam on Bobby Lashley and Big E, but the two men didn't budge as they worked together to eliminate Hurricane from the match.
Hurricane gonna...
This was a hilarious reference to the 2002 Royal Rumble, where Hurricane also entered.
2002 Royal Rumble was pretty good. That whole pay-per-view was exciting to me.
And Stone Cold, who each briefly sold the effects of the choke before dumping Hurricane out of the ring, making for a funny and memorable moment. Our last example involves one of the most famous spots in Monday Night Raw history. It took place on May 7th,
They had this moment in the entrance, the intro for years.
Shelton going for a springboard, only to be met with a sweet chin music instead.
I think Shawn did it to Rey Mysterio too.
Benjamin worked again on the January 23rd Raw from 2006, and just like before, Shelton springboarded off the ropes. The crowd rose expecting a repeat of HBK and Shelton's last encounter. However, Benjamin smartly avoided the super kick. The original springboard super kick spot was reimagined at WrestleMania 39 in Logan Paul and Seth Rollins match. At the end of the bout, Logan jumped over top the ropes toward Rollins. Seth then spectacularly countered by nailing Paul with a super kick.
Who? I thought Rey Mysterio did. Rey Mysterio and Shawn Michaels did that spot too.
Logan Paul made his entrance.
They recreated it,
just like Michaels had done before, facing Bret Hart at WrestleMania 12. And that brings us to the end of this video.
That's it.
As always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel.
Alright, y'all, another great video, man. Let me know down below in the comments of what y'all thought of my reactions to this video. Leave a comment. Leave a subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.